Hey guys, this is Cassandra, and I'm here to show you how to program the digital cycle timer for your pump. The key to hydroponic gardening is watering your plants. So we use this digital cycle timer to control the pump. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set it to make sure your plants are being watered consistently each and every day. So you've transplanted your plants into your Nutri-Tower for the first time. The recommendation is to program your timer to give 2 minutes of water every 2 hours. As your plants get a little bit bigger, they're going to crave a little bit more water, so you can increase that to up to 5 minutes of watering every 2 hours. Remove the timer from the packaging, plug it in, and let it charge up for a couple of minutes, and you'll see some numbers start to flash on the screen. So I've plugged in my timer, I've plugged in my pump, and I see 2 clocks come up on my screen. Hours, minutes, seconds, hours, minutes, seconds. The clock on the left-hand side of the screen is used to program the duration of my watering cycle, and the clock on my right-hand side is used to program the frequency. So the first thing I need to do is set this clock on the left-hand side to 2 minutes. I do that by using my arrow buttons. If I push this once, the hours start flashing. Push it again, I'm on the minutes. I'm going to use the up button to get that to 2 minutes. And then I notice here it's 30 seconds default on each. I'm going to get rid of those 30 seconds. Push once more and then down to bring this to 0. Push again to get over to my other clock. This is the clock that I want to program for 2 hours. So now it's at 2 hours and 30 seconds. I want to get rid of those extra 30 seconds. I use my down button to bring that down to 0. At this point, I can push start, and I've set my first watering cycle. I notice that this red on light is now illuminated, and my clock is starting to count down. The next thing I can do is push Lux Set. I see here I only have my little sunlight. I push it once more, I get the moon. I push it again, I get the sun and the moon. Now I know that my timer is going to be running 24 hours a day. This clock is flashing and will continue to flash if it's programmed correctly. So my clock is counting down while my plants are getting watered. And when this hits 0, this will start to count down as well. So my watering cycle is complete. My green off button is illuminated, and my hour clock has started counting down. So I know that my plants are going to get watered again in 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 48 seconds. This little clock in the top corner is flashing. I know I'm good to go. So if for any reason I needed to reset my timer, typically after a power failure, a small pencil or something pointy into the reset button, and everything goes back to the way it started. It's important to keep in mind that throughout the year, the climate within our own homes will change. In the winter, as example, we are pumping heat, and that's obviously going to make the air a little bit drier, which is also going to make the plants a bit thirstier. So it's a good idea to adjust the timer accordingly, give them a little bit more water in the winter. One last thing to keep in mind is that big green button on the top of the timer. So by pushing that, I can force a watering cycle. And I would want to do this, as example, if I went out of town for the weekend and there had been a power failure, and I came home and my plants were looking kind of sad and droopy. I'm going to push the big green button once, turn on the pump, let it run for a good 15 or 20 minutes and help my plants perk back up. Then I'm going to push it twice to stop the pump from running and get it back into the programmed mode. And that's everything you need to know about programming your Nutri-Timer.